garden gate is swollen shut against the frame. The seasons left their heavy shadows on the ground. I walk the perimeter and call it by its name. A kingdom where the quiet secrets can be found. The blades are reaching for the silver of the moon, defiant in the face of every iron wheel. They hum a low and solitary tune of all the things that concrete cannot steal. The dandelion seeds are drifting through the air like tiny parachutes from some forgotten height. I find a rusty thimble and a copper hair tangled in the thickets of the fading light. No straight lines to measure where the morning ends. The clover climbs the trellis just to see the sky. Around the roots the ancient earth extends, while all the manicured foundations start to dry. The dew is heavy on the knee-high waves, a sea of jade that refuses to be tamed. It swallows up the past in narrow staves until the wildness is no longer shade. Uncut grass growing cold against the door, keeping out the world that asks for more. Yet the tangled stems and the birds remain, washed by the dust and the sudden rain. It's a green sanctuary where the clocks all break, a soft forgiveness for a long mistake. Higher than the porch and the windowsill, the valley is moving while the house stays still. To care about the edges and the seams, the way a carpet lies across a wooden floor. But now I wander through a forest of my dreams and find I don't belong to patterns anymore. A cricket finds a cathedral in the stalks. The ants are building empires in the shade. I listen to the way the meadow talks in a language that the scissors never made. The dew is heavy on the knee-high waves, a sea of jade that refuses to be tamed. It swallows up the past in narrow staves until the wildness is no longer shame. Uncut grass growing tall against the door, keeping out the world that asks for more. With the tangled stems and the firs remain, washed by the dust and the sudden rain. It's a green sanctuary where the clocks all break, a soft forgive me for a long mistake. Higher than the porch and the windowsill, the valley is moving while the house stays still. Like a coat of grass, pressing down on the uncut grass. A heavy yellow hanging in the heat, moving slow down a one-way street. The sky is blue with a jaundiced light, counting the ghosts of a long cold night. The dust is settling on the windowsill, waiting for a wind that is standing still. Old man leaning on a rusted gate, thinking about the cargo and the weight of every promise that turned to sand, slipped right through his calloused hand. The fields are pale and they crave the rain, the clouds are thick with a golden stain. It's the color of a clock that's lost its chime, telling the truth for the very last time. Oh, it's a the kitchen door. Not quite fire, and it's not quite gold. Just a weary story that's been overhauled. Weight of the sun on a broken wing, burning out the songs we forgot to sing. Are sleeping in the amber shade, ignoring the dead that was never paid. The river is a whipping of stagnant wax, blending under all the unspoken facts. I saw you standing where the highway ends, where the light dissolves and the iron dance, with a heavy yellow draped around your frame, like a memory that can't recall its name. Oh, it's a heavy yellow on a rising tide. Nowhere left for a man to hide. Dragging the shadows across the floor, knocking like a burger at the kitchen door. Not quite fire, and it's not quite gold. Just a weary story that's been overruled. Weight of the sun on a broken wing, burning up the songs we forgot to sing. Dust settles on the floorboards. The clock hands share their breathless swing. No footprints mark the hallway now. The heavy air refuses to sing. The garden gate has lost its creak. The iron rusted shut by the shore. A hollow glass on the wooden table, waiting for a hand that comes no more. This stillness is a heavy mountain, a canyon where the sound goes to die. The unsaid words are stacking up beneath the pale and frozen sky. It is the weight of all the absent, the shadow of a ghost in the hall. The only thing that remains to hold when there is nothing left at all. The ink is dry inside the well. The letters fade upon the page. 1,000 secrets kept in jars, locked inside this quiet cage. A moth is trapped against the pain, but even wings make no vibration. The map is blank and white and cold, a lost and lonely destination. The pulse is slowing down to zero. The world is turning off the light. A velvet blanket for lonely to wrap around the dead of night. This stillness canyon where the sound goes to die. The unsaid words are backing up beneath the pale and frozen sky. It is the weight of all the absent, the shadow of a ghost in the hall, the only friend that remains to hold when there is nothing left at all. The morning frost is biting at the pane. I strike a match to keep away the grave. It takes a moment for the wick to catch a golden splinter in a world of clay. No heavy timber, just a sliver of a pine to hold the border of this lonely line. The draft is howling through the broken floor. It wants to scatter what I'm reaching for, but I will cup my hands around the globe and watch the shadows in the corner grow. A small and steady flame against the night, a stubborn pulse of red and amber light. It doesn't roar, it doesn't claim the sky, it only dares to look the dark in the eye. Remaining constant while the seasons turn, a quiet miracle that chooses to burn. I've seen the bonfires tall as city towers collapse to ashes in a couple hours. They chased the thunder with a jagged eve, then left a hollow on the frozen street. This thin tether tied to cotton thread keeps up the vigil while the world's in bed. The gale is beating on the iron door. It wants to silence what was here before, but I will screen the wind and guard the wind while time is ticking with a heavy click. A small and steady flame against the night, a stubborn pulse of red and amber light. It doesn't roar, it doesn't claim the sky, it only dares to look the dark in the eye. Remaining constant while the seasons turn, a quiet miracle that chooses to burn. Doesn't roar, it doesn't claim the sky, it only dares to look the dark in the eye. Remaining constant while the seasons turn, the quiet miracle that chooses to burn. The big axe bites into the frozen vein. where centuries of silence used to reign. A heavy yellow vein beneath the clay takes every drop of sweat to find a way. The greed that makes a man forget his name is burning like a small and steady flame. Deep in the canyon where the hawks lie low, we hunt the only God we ever know. I sold my father's watch to buy the plan, to sift the gravel like a desperate man. My fingers ache from turning over stones, while winter wind is rattling my bones. The mountain doesn't care for what we see. It hides its secrets in the granite bead. But every shimmer in the muddy stream is feeding on the marrow of the dream. Heavy is the metal that you find, harder than art you leave behind. Wealth is just a fever in the soul, digging out a dark and hollow hole. Forged in the fire in the deep, keeping all the promises we keep, trading every minute of our time for the glitter in the line. They say it doesn't tarnish in the rain, it doesn't feel the sorrow or the pain. A crown for kings, a wire for a ring, the coldest and the most seductive thing. Not enough to buy back what was lost when you finally calculate the cost. The valley floor is scarred with empty pits, where hope and common sense just lost their wits. I saw a man who struck it rich and then became the loneliest of living men. He built a mansion on a lonely hill, but every night he hears the shovel still. The color of the sun upon the floor is marking him beside the bolted door. Heavy is the metal that you find, harder than the heart you leave behind. Wealth is just a giver in a soul, digging out a dark and hollow hole. Forged in the fire and the teeth, keeping all the promises we keep, trading every minute of our time for the glitter in the line. Heavy is the metal that you find, harder than the heart you leave behind. Wealth is just a fever in the soul, digging out a dark and hollow hole. Forged in the pride and the deep, keeping all the promises we keep, trading every minute of our time for the glitter in the light. Dust settled on the windows of the morning bus. The empty seat beside me holds a heavy hush. I trace the lines of every map we never used, just another soul in tattered canvas shoes. The gravel crunches under every step I take, the surface tension of the silver lake. I found a photograph beneath the floorboard light, the only thing that kept me through the winter night. The shadows stretch like fingers on the wall. I'm waiting for the autumn leaves to fall. The clock is ticking backwards in my head, counting every word we left unsaid. You're my only love, the anchor in my swelling tide. You're my only love, the reason that I stay inside. When the sky turns gray and the birds take flight, you're the single spark in the hollow night. You're my only love, the truth I finally recognize. The coffee's getting cold inside the semi-cup. The sun is trying hard to wake the garden up. I see your sweater hanging by the kitchen door. I don't go walking past the river anymore. The ink is fading on the letter in my hand, a message written in the shifting sand. I hear your laughter in the wind across the wheat, the bitter taste of everything that's sweet. The stars are scattered diamonds on the floor. I'm knocking on the ghost of every door. The calendar is frozen on the page, a bird forgotten in a golden cage. You're my only love, the anchor in the swelling tide. You're my only love, the reason that I stay inside. When the sky turns gray and the birds take flight, you're the single spark in the hollow night. You're my only love, the truth I finally recognize. You're my only love, the compass pointing to the shore. You're my only love, lock upon the heavy door. Through the jagged rocks and the frozen rain, you're the quiet balm for the hidden pain. You're my only love, the one I'm always searching for. You're my only love, the oxygen within the deep. You're my only love, the secret that I'll always keep. Beyond the broken fences and the miles of clay, you're the light that leads me to another day. You're my only love, the soul that put my heart to sleep. Radiator hums a tune so cold, the sun bleeds light on rugs of old. We stored our dreams in jars untold, then buried deep beneath the mold. You wore that jacket soft and frayed, topped of gold the future made, but no spare change for debts unpaid. For time we lost and love decayed. The clock keeps ticking without sound. Our shadows stretch along the ground. We're fading like the evening light, burning out before the night. All our sparks lose their fight. We're fading like the evening light. The wallpaper peels in silent cries. The teacup stains tell last goodbyes. We drew our maps with broken lines. Two cities lost lost in distant skies. You whispered plans through cigarette haze, promised dawn through midnight maze. But morning came in muted grays, with empty hands and worn out days. The clock keep ticking without sound. Our shadows stretch along the ground. We're fading like the evening light, burning out before the night.